Hey all, it's Rebecca. So in today's video, I figured I would do kind of like a life update, channel update, raw update kind of thing, and just give you guys like a 411 on like some stuff that's going on and get into like a little bit of the nitty gritty of just some like things to look forward to maybe in 2025 and just some things that are going on in my life and things that I have going on and what the potentials may be for both of my YouTube channels and what you guys may expect. So if you are interested to see what's going on, then keep watching. I'm going to go ahead and roll my intro for my main channel because that's, it'll go up there first and then it'll go to the non-monetized channel after, and then I will get into this. So for those of you that know, some of you may not know this, some of you may be new or whatever, but I do my best to make sure that my information is accurate on my channels. My description boxes are accurate. I don't ever post something that is inaccurate. Like if I do a video that's sponsored, which I've never really had sponsored content on my channels, any of them. If a brand ever sends me something for free, I've always been upfront about that. I've always mentioned when I've been gifted anything or if I've done anything in exchange for anything else, or like when Nomad Cosmetics sent me an eyeshadow palette for free. And that was like for the Yin Yang Shanghai palette. That was because I reached out to a friend that lives in China to see if she could, because she also is a photographer. And I was reaching out because of the fact that it was COVID and, the brand was looking for people in the country to take photos because of quarantine and lockdowns and stuff, and Felicia and Auntie were not able to travel over there to take photos, so they sent me that palette for free. I was planning on buying it anyways. Or the latest palette that they launched, one of the other ones that I got recently for free, was because of the fact that my Ireland palette did arrive and it was damaged, and she told me that she was going to send me another one for free. And, I let her know at that time that Jason had lost his job October 1st. And, she also sent me a free face cream, which she did not have to do. I told Felicia, because she's a friend of mine, she has done business with my business. I've done business with her business for a very long time. And I was not, I don't get PR. I don't get free makeup from brands. I spend my hard-earned money on products with various brands and stuff. And the reason I'm bringing this up is there is a very ignorant person who went to my second channel, which is not monetized, and made a very hateful statement on there, calling me out for doing sponsored content and wanted to know how I had so many boxes to unbox and how I had so much makeup. And I'm like, you buy it like everybody else does? Like, the fuck? It's called you pay for it. And then she got all up in her feelings and then got snotty with me and called me Becky. And so I called her right the fuck back out, because you don't come to my channel and call me a liar and try and put me on blast when your ignorance is what was showing. So I'm doing exactly what I've always done on my YouTube channels, and I'm being upfront and I'm being honest about everything because that's who I am as a person. I am Gen X. I am a pull up or shut up kind of bitch. And so if you guys can't handle that, then why the fuck are you watching my channel, first of all? But actually, I'm always going to be honest about something, whether it's going on in my life, whether it's a review I'm doing, whether I'm testing out makeup, whether it's a video game that I'm playing. I'm always going to tell you guys how I feel and not sugarcoat stuff, because I fucking hate it when people like try and sugarcoat shit in life, because that's not how life works. And I don't like it when YouTubers are dishonest about stuff just to make money on other people's hard-earned cash. And so I don't want anybody to waste money. Like, there's one YouTuber that says, I started my YouTube channel to help other people, like, to save their hard-earned money and not to buy crap. And, that's kind of like how I feel, because I don't want you guys to spend your money that I don't know how hard you work for your money. I know how hard I work for mine and what little I do get. And the fact that I only make $13.80 potentially an hour as long as I am unavailable and taking a phone call or I'm on a phone call, that's all I make an hour. Now on YouTube, I don't even make that an hour. I might make anywhere, and I'll load it while I'm talking. Some months I'll just pull up the entire year so far for revenue. Just to give you guys a breakdown. So for December so far, I've made $14. In November, I made $17. October, I made $13. No, September, I made $8.68. August, I made $10.16. July, I made $8.19. And I'll screenshot this, and that way you guys can see, what I'm earning. So that way you guys can see that I'm being honest about this. And I'm tired of people lying about stuff. I have one channel that is monetized, one channel is not. So my channel that is monetized is going to get the content first. It's going to go up there first. And then if I upload it on my second channel, I will. Sometimes videos will go up on my main channel first, and then I wait half an hour or 45 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, and I'll post it on the other channel. Sometimes I don't post stuff on the other channel because I want it to be exclusive to my main channel, because that's where I earn my money. And also, that's where my channel memberships is. And so I haven't been, also when I've been doing live streaming, that's where I've been live streaming because I don't have multicasting set up anymore like I used to. So as far as like being upfront and honest, that's that. But I'm the only one working right now. I'm the only one earning any form of money, and I'm not even making $1,000 a month across all of the places that I earn money. And I can't earn enough to pay our bills. So we're losing our house. And we have a real estate agent we've already signed a contract with. Our house goes up for sale in January. I have to take all of this off the wall. I've already started pulling graphics and posters and stuff from around the rest of the house. I'm already taking movies and stuff and boxing them up and, wiping things down and packing them already. I am sorting things and doing what I can to declutter now, because I only have, another week or so before our house does go on the market, and then they're going to send a professional photographer out, and I only have a short amount of time to get stuff done. And Jason was supposed to be doing all these like home improvements and stuff, like filling holes in the wall and like taking the TV off the wall, and he hasn't done any of that. And he doesn't have a job and only does is sit on his ass all day and play video games, and I'm the one working Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 hours a day, trying to work or pick up shifts off the trade board. And last week, I don't know what I ate, but I got really sick. He is the one that washes the dishes in the kitchen. Sometimes he runs it through the dishwasher, but he's been washing dishes lately with dirty sponges, and I've been getting really sick. And so there's that. And I spent all day Tuesday puking my brains out. Like I certainly don't need to lose any more weight. But then he's already made it very obvious that he does not plan to move with me when we do move, when I do plan to leave. And I'm like, okay, so what are you going to do? You're not working right now. Where are you going to go? And he said he's always got somewhere to go and somewhere to stay, but his kid has taken, even though he's still responsible for paying for that apartment in New York where his silver spoon piece of shit is, that he pays for all the bills and stuff in that apartment in New York. His name's no longer on the lease anymore, but his entitled brat is still demanding that they pay their rent. And I'm like, what? So he can't pay our mortgage, but he can still pay for shit up there? So needless to say, I may be doing things on my own from here on out. Not that there's not a lot I don't already do on my own. I have new insurance that I'm supposed to start in January. I'm waiting on them to send me the information so that I can make my first payment. And it's hard because trying to get assistance is difficult. And then I've been applying for jobs all along, and I haven't been able to get anything other than what I've got right now, which makes life even harder. And now they've implemented some new stupid QA thing where a robot is doing QA for our calls, and it keeps marking me and everybody else off on bullshit that isn't even accurate, and a lot of us are complaining about it. So I now have a meeting with one of the managers on Monday, which that's never good. But it's also like, there's all this other stuff that's going on. A sister company, or a part of the company that I work for, I have a bank through one of their partner companies, and their company got hacked last week, and money in that account that I have put in there for taxes so I can file my taxes and pay what I owe to the state of Georgia, got hacked last week. And the cops were here until almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm waiting on an attorney to get back with me, which, come to find out, after talking to my dad yesterday, they called his house last week instead of me. And I'm like, well, how the fuck did they get your phone number? He's like, I don't know, they called the house. I'm like, how did they get your home phone number when I gave them my cell phone number and my address up here in Georgia? So that's going to be a whole other conversation Monday when I call them, because, like, what in the actual fuck is that? So now I have to talk to a lawyer to find out what I can and cannot say about that whole thing, because I just found a massive data breach for the parent company that I work for. I also emailed the company security team to let them know about the information and the data breach and the problem. So we'll see if I even hear anything back about that, because I wonder how many other people were compromised. And the fact that the customer service agent said, we can't get them out of your account, is fucking terrifying. And the cops stood here watching me do everything in my own power to keep them out of my account on my side of things as a consumer. And the customer service agent was like, if you don't respond back to me in like a minute, I'm going to have to close out this interaction because you're not responding to me fast enough. And I said, you already told me you can't do anything. You already said you can't lock this person out of my account. You are distracting me. I am doing everything I can to slow this person down. And you've already told me you are worthless. So why do I need to respond to you? So, with me being sick and with that, all of that going on literally last week, I'm filming this on Sunday, December 22nd. So Tuesday last week I was sick. Thursday last week my account was compromised. And now every fucking dime of my tax money is gone. Gone. And then when I call on Thursday to get all of this rectified with the financial institution, every time I call the fraud department, guess what? They hung up on me. Every fucking time. I was trying to give them the police report number the last time I was on the phone. I read it out to the lady, who's in Malaysia, by the way. She read it back to me. She's in the middle of reading it back to me when I can hear the bitch hang up the fucking phone. You cannot tell me that that was accidental. And then she doesn't call you back. I'm required to call customers back on my side of the company. Required. It is part of our engagement. If we do not attempt to call a consumer back, we can be written up and removed. How do they not have the same guidelines working for the same parent company? That's what I don't understand. So all of this is what's going on, okay? So I talked to my dad yesterday, and he's like, well, I have a couch. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all of my stuff? You know? What do I do with all my stuff? Where do I put it? What do I do with my animals? I'm not putting them back in a home that is full of bugs. I don't want to go back and live in a home full of roaches and fleas. I don't. And mold. That's filthy, and everything stinks. Everything in that house stinks. It's so disgusting. And you know, last time I told him that, you know, there were issues here, he did say that I couldn't go back. So at least there's an offer now. So there's that. So what my plan is, and I've already talked to my cousin's real estate agent up in Chattanooga. I have raw properties that I'm looking at buying. If we can sell our house for more than what we owe on it, we'll pay off the SUV. And Jason said I could just keep it. It's got both of our names on it right now. And of course, I'm going to have to trailer my motorcycle. Might even end up selling it. I don't know at this point what I'm going to do with it. But the thing is my health has changed so drastically. And I'm sure you guys can tell by my face. I'm no longer 150 pounds anymore. I am 119 pounds. And so I have dropped a tremendous amount of weight in the past couple of months. So between August and October, I dropped like 40 pounds. And when I saw my gastroenterologist in October, told me I look like a teenager because I've dropped so much weight. And, you know, it is what it is, but I now weigh less than I did when I moved to Georgia because I was 131 pounds when I moved to Georgia. I now weigh 119. I was 119 pounds this morning. Some days it goes down to 117. Some days it's 121, but for the most part, I stay between 118 and 120 pounds. And so at least all the stuff that I put in boxes kind of fits again. So I've gone through all the boxes of clothes and whatnot and sorted out stuff that I can sell and stuff that I can get rid of and, you know, list for sale and do what I need to try and make some money on that. And I am doing my due diligence on selling everything that I can, whether it's like business listings or things around the house. I just pulled a bunch of books off my bookshelves and stuff that I could easily sell that I don't need anymore, or that I don't want to like pack and move with again. And I've got boxes of like DVDs behind me of stuff that I've been listing for sale. So I've got a lot of stuff that I've been listing lately. And so I'm doing everything that I can in my willpower to like list stuff for sale. Lately, I've been working on pendants. I've got a few here that it's a witch. I got a shell and a gecko. It's a butterfly. These are all ones that have been listed on the website this week that I just hadn't put in the bucket. I got a helicopter. It's an Apache looking helicopter. A Celtic ribbon or Celtic, it's a Celtic symbol. What else do I got over here? Oh, those are nose rings. I think that's it. And I've got a bunch of like other pendants. Like there's another Celtic symbol, and then I've got an Om. These are all full of pendants. These are all already up on the website listed. And then I've got a container down here. These are all already photographed. They just need to go up on the website. Lots of like natural stone pendants. So this is what I've been working on lately, and in between phone calls and whatnot, I can get stuff done. I've got my drawer of like nose rings out. So like all of these little baggies that have nose rings in it, these have all been like listed on the website and taken care of. Like all of these have been like individually bagged. They're all bagged and ready to go. They've all been like photographed and listed. All of these are like nose rings and stuff that I was working on before I got distracted with pendants. So when the cops came the other day, there was like jewelry everywhere in here. So they were like stepping over all kinds of stuff, trying to get back here behind my computer. So I've been like super busy trying to do everything in my power to earn money. And I've got a ton of inventory listed on like all of my for sale sites right now. And to Casey that sent me a purchase on the website the other day, thank you so much for that. You don't know how much that means to me, especially with the shitty week that I had. You really don't have to do that, but it does mean the world to me that you do stuff like that, because that's groceries for a week. Literally groceries for a week. When you only get $111 for an entire month of food stamps, $50 goes a long way. So thank you for that. As far as the YouTube channels, I'll throw some screenshots up. I do have a bunch of videos scheduled on both YouTube channels, and I usually do buy like these little books from the Dollar Tree. They're usually $1. Well, they were $1. Now they're $1.25, I believe. But this one here had some technical difficulties because like January through June like broke and fell out because the glue came off of it. But I always usually buy a witch's calendar, and I've never really thought to use one of these as like my like regular date book, because I don't know, walking into a doctor's office pulling one of these out, I'm not get enough. I get enough stairs as it is, but then I never really thought to use like one of these because there's calendars in here, and there are like page day breakdowns where like you can actually write information on them. So I don't know why I never thought to use these before. Maybe because I don't know. I think my biggest fear is the judgment, because people that don't follow a Christian path have always been persecuted for their religious choices. And especially with that piece of shit that's fixing to go into office after January 20th and whatnot, we're going to have to be even more diligent than ever with what we say, how we say things, and what we post online, because, you know, Project 2525 is basically going to do away with all of our rights. And we're going to go back to the 1940s with how they treat us. And there's probably going to be segregation laws that go back into effect. And they've already taken away our reproductive rights. And women may not even be able to work anymore. And we may not even have the autonomy over having a financial institution after this piece of shit gets in the office. So those are real fears that I have, that anybody that's ever read what Project 2525 is or knows anything about it should have real tangible fears. And anybody that voted for Trump that has a wife or a mother or female children, shame on you. Like, honestly, shame on you. Because that just shows me that you don't care about them at all. Because you just took away all of their rights. And it shows me what a piece of shit human you are. So, as of my calendar here, I have things scheduled out till January 27th, at least once a week. I don't think I have anything scheduled in February. I'm going to look really quick, though. Oh, I do. I have two things scheduled all the way till February 10th. And those are the declutter series that I'm doing. I also have on my main channel. So let's see, how many videos is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 videos scheduled, and it says I have 31 videos. This one here doesn't count. So we're going to 30 minus 9 gives me what, 21 videos? Yeah, that gives me 21 videos that I have the ability to upload as well. I have 2 customer service chronicles already ready to go that I have edited. I've got 4 and 5 ready to go. And then on the other channel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that makes 9. Okay, so I've got 9 videos there. And I've got 29 videos uploaded on the other one. So I have 20 videos on the other channel that can go up. So I've got 1 less video on the secondary channel. And again, there are some videos that will only go up on my main channel that don't go up on the secondary channel, which is the Glam Rebecca channel. So here's the other thing that I have that's more of like a community question. Do you guys want to see the packing process, the moving process, the declutter process? Do you want to see any of that? Because if you do, I will film it and then speed it up and then like do life updates over the videos and then post them like once a week. If that's what you guys want. Because I mean, I've already started doing some of it in the living room, but I haven't filmed any of it. So if you guys do want to see that content, I will be happy to film it if it's something that you're interested in. I also need to do, even though I have my declutter series coming up, this was filmed in like April, May, June of 2024. I'm going to have to do that again because I need to go back through and declutter again just to downsize like palettes and stuff because I have way too many. And I think I'm going to get rid of like a third, if not half of my BH Cosmetics collection. Just because looking at what I've got in the case, there's quite a few that I probably just need to get rid of. And in all reality, it's stuff that I could probably list for sale and make some money on. And right now, anything that I can do to earn some money, to put some money aside, it's going to be beneficial for me because moving is expensive. And whether I move to North Georgia or Southeast Tennessee, it's going to be expensive either way. I'm going to have to buy a trailer to trailer my motorcycle because I doubt I'll be able to sell it with the fact that the one saddlebag is ripped off because Jason didn't know how to pick it up. And we did not say anything to him about it before he tried. And he didn't know. And, Dad and I were both there, but we didn't think about it to stop him before he ripped it literally right off the frame. And so that's on us, not on him, for not educating him not to try and lift it by the attachments on the bike. But he didn't know. So, but I have it. But it means the bike is less valuable now because it doesn't have the full saddlebags set established on the bike. It would have to be installed back on. And when I looked at having it put back on, it's not cost efficient to do that, to be honest. It's not. So the other thing is that what if the battery in the SUV dies again? That's the other thing. We just recently got a battery charger for it, but what if it dies again? Because it was my motorcycle that saved the day, that allowed me the ability to run to the store in between work shifts to go get a battery charger for the SUV, because the trickle charger that I've had for years stopped working or was not putting out the right amount of charge to charge everything up so that we could get it started. And so it's like one of those things. Do I sell the motorcycle and use that money to put it in savings as like a cushion or something? Or do I keep it as a backup vehicle? Like, I don't know what to do with it. And also, if Jason and I go our separate ways and, all I have is the SUV and it dies again like it did, I'm going to need the bike as a backup way to go get groceries and take animals to the vet like I did and, do what I need to do. And if I'm living further out, I'm going to, and the car does die, I'm going to need a way to get into town, because if I'm out in the middle of the woods and I have no cell service or whatever, what the fuck am I going to do then if I'm living on my own? I haven't lived on my own in ages. So these are all things that I have to take into consideration. So the other thing I wanted to know, what you guys wanted to do, is when we're when I'm property hunting with the real estate agent, do you guys want to come along? Do you guys want me to GoPro it or film or whatever? I mean, I can wear my GoPro and I can bring my big camera and like walk the property and film and photograph various aspects of it. I can do that. I don't know if I'll make a new channel for what I'm doing. I don't know if it'll go up on the main channel. I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. But feedback is, for what you guys want to see is always going to be appreciated, because there's going to be some big changes coming in 2025, because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to buy like a tiny home or an RV or a camper or a mobile home or a modular or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen yet, because I don't know where I'm going to end up. I could end up homeless after all of this. I just don't know. And that's a terrifying thought. At, 40 plus years old, being homeless for the first time in like 25 years. The last time I was homeless was when my mom kicked me out when I was pregnant with my youngest child, who is now 21. And I went to go to class one Saturday when I was pregnant. And I came home to a U-Haul in my driveway of the mobile home that my parents bought for me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And come to find out, somebody that I thought was a friend said, oh yeah, your mom called and asked if I would help you move. And I'm like, move where? Why didn't you call me, Jessica? I had no fucking idea about this. I was at class. I had class from 9 to noon that day. I went one Saturday a week to that class. I had class Monday, Wednesday, Friday during the week. For certain classes, I had classes other days of the week that were Tuesday, Thursday, and a one Saturday class from 9 to noon. And then I get home at like 1:30 in the afternoon, because of course I stay after and I go to the library and I do what I need to do for homework and whatnot. And then I come home. And then I find a fucking moving truck at my house with all my shit packed in it from the house because my mom was kicking me out. Pregnant and nowhere to fucking go. Nowhere to go. I called my dad freaking out. Like, Dad, what's going on? I thought I could stay here. Like, I'm paying the rent or the mortgage on the house. Why is all my stuff in a U-Haul? He had no idea. Come to find out, when my mom pulled the rug out from underneath of him for the divorce. She took his name off the mortgage for that house, and he didn't even know he didn't own the house anymore. So in the process of kicking me out of the house, she'd also taken his name off the deed to the property, and he didn't know anything about it. So not only did she kick me out at almost 9 months pregnant, so I was homeless, pregnant with her grandchild, which I'm sure she never told Brianna about, but also I had nowhere to fucking go. Nowhere to go. And I'm like, what in the fuck am I supposed to do? And she had changed the locks on the house, so I couldn't even get in. So she literally called people that knew me, paid them to take everything of mine out of the house, box everything up, put everything away, put everything in that U-Haul truck, and she had a locksmith come out that same day, change all the locks on everything for the house. I couldn't even get in the house. Oh, and you want to know what the tipping point was? I wouldn't let the pest control guy spray inside the house because I was fucking pregnant. I didn't want to breathe the fumes of the pest control sprays, and I told the guy I was pregnant. And I didn't have roaches in the house anyways. I just didn't want the sprays in the house because it was toxic. It was me and my rabbit, and I didn't want the spray anywhere near me or the rabbit. And I'm like, no, you cannot come in the house and spray. You can do the outside of the house, but you cannot come inside because I'm pregnant, and I do not want those fumes anywhere near me or my baby. And I guess he went back. He went back to my mom, told them I refused the service completely that she paid for. I said, no, I gave them permission to do the outside of the house, but not inside the house because I'm not breathing that shit while I'm pregnant. You can wait 4 more weeks when the baby is here to do all that shit. I said, but I'm not breathing that shit while I'm pregnant. I said, I don't know what it'll do to the baby. I said, and plus with my rabbit, I don't want it anywhere near my rabbit. So, during the day I had the rabbit in the house in the living room just so it wasn't outside where predators and stuff could get it. And it was a Rex rabbit, and he was beautiful, and I didn't want him harmed. So I didn't know what the hell was in the poison, and I didn't want it sprayed in the house. You can spray the outside, it's fine. But yeah, that was what set her off. And then she pulled the stunt that she did the next weekend. And I was homeless 4 weeks before delivery with my daughter. So, yep, I was homeless right before Brianna was born. What a lovely piece of shit my mother is. And people are like, how come you don't have a relationship with your mom? Because she's a narcissistic, hateful woman. And my dad told me the other day that she's having eye surgery again. I was like, didn't she just have eye surgery in October, like right before her birthday? He's like, yeah, something failed or something. She's got cataracts now. And I was like, gee, it's almost like payback for all the hateful shit she did in life. Now she's going blind. Gee, sounds like she's getting just desserts for living the life of the hateful person that she is. Sounds about right, doesn't it, Dad? He's like, well, that's still your mother. I said, I don't fucking care. She beat me. She molested me. She did all this hateful stuff to me as a child. This is what she deserves. She still, to this very day, is still poisoning my child against me. She deserves to go blind for all the hateful things that she did to me growing up. I still have permanent scarring on my backbones from her beating me with a cribbage board till it broke. My grandfather's cribbage board. She used to like to get it wet, made the holes on it sing when she'd swing it through the air before she hit me with it. Yeah, she's a real piece of work. Anyways, so I'm going to try and be consistent in uploading at least twice a week on my main channel. It may only be once a week on the gamer channel. I'm going to try and do at least one stream a month, if not more. I have a bunch of video games that I've never played, so I want to try and do like a live stream where I play one new game that I have installed on my machine that like I've never played or whatever, or like to go through my game list and play like my games like A through Z or whatever. And I've got a bunch of free games that I've won from Epic over the years that I've never played. So like maybe we could go through that list or something. That's the other thing that I thought of. So leave your thoughts and comments down below on what you guys want to see. Do you want to see the moving process? Do you want to see me packing stuff? Do you want to see the properties when I finally get up there to go start looking at properties? I'm waiting until January to do the pre-approval process because I'm waiting for December to stop shitting on me first. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now. I am looking for other work, but right now I've just got this contract that was temporary that kind of turned into a year-long thing, and I'm grateful for it. But like I said, I don't even make $1,000 a month, and it's only Monday through Friday. Even working from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and picking up as many hours as I can, my body physically can't do that every day, Monday through Friday. I have to take breaks. And whenever I take a break, even if it's a 30-minute break or I flip my phone offline for 5 minutes, like to go pee or to stand up or whatever, anytime my phone is not available, I am not getting paid. And then come in January, when they switch us back over to our regular, whatever the regular pay is for the year, let me see if I have an email for what that looks like, because it's been a hot minute. Because we were only getting paid for off-peak. It was 23 cents for available and talk time. Okay, yeah, here it is. It says October peak officially begins September 30th through October 19th. Calls will be available 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Invoicing for October peak is 23 cents per minute of talk time plus available time. Client expectation includes 40 or 80 commits, which is 40 hours per month unless otherwise communicated. And then that's it. I got a $200 bonus for that. So when they kept me on after October 19th, I was still getting paid the 23 cents per minute of talk time and available time. And then let me go and find the January stuff. I'm going to find, here's my SOW. Okay, here it is. So this says January through April, invoicing rate 34 cents per talk time, hours of operation, 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, commits required 80 commits a month. So it's only 10 hours a week. And then now that I'm not a returning agent, I'm a continual agent. I don't get the $200 bonus this time. Now this was for me starting going back like January 8th, but I'm not doing that again. I'm a continuous agent now, so I don't know how that works. So now I'm not going to get the $200 bonus that I'm used to getting in January for this client. But also, looking at this, I don't know when they'll flip us from 5 days a week to 7 days a week. And I don't know when we'll start working those late hours. I'm looking to see. I was looking to see if there was any more like information, like, because we don't even know when they flip us from like Monday through Friday to like 7 days a week right now. To be honest, they didn't tell us when we're flipping. So this email was sent to me. I mean, it was in like November of last year, but it'll be nice to go up to 34 cents a talk minute. But again, that's only when we're on a call. So if I'm not on a call and I'm just sitting there in between calls with my thumb up my ass, I'm not getting paid at all. So this looks like January 8th, maybe. I don't know. I don't know when they're going to flip us back to, Monday through Sunday. I don't know. So, but as soon as they tell us that we'll be 7 days a week again, that's when we'll actually be able to I'll be able to start making 34 cents a talk minute, which means I have a higher earning potential then, which would be nice because then I can get more bills paid. I have almost all of my credit cards paid off. The only credit card I don't have 100% paid off is the Tractor Supply card that I just used to buy a battery charger for the SUV, which was like $200 and something between that, the jumper cables and everything else. It was like $300 when I walked out the door. So yeah, 2 brand new batteries in an SUV and they were fucking slap dead. Very expensive. So anyways, leave your thoughts and comments down below. This is just an update on what's going on, what to expect in 2025. My life is super stressful right now. I'm always going to be honest with you guys and upfront about everything. And I'm always going to call stupid bitches out because I tell you what, I ain't got time to play with nobody's fuck shit. I ain't got time for it. And I am the wrong fucking one because I ain't got time for it. I don't like being called a liar. I've never appreciated that ever. I will never lie to you guys when it comes to where a product came from, how I received it, anything like that. I've always been upfront about how I got a product, where I got it, where I bought it, how much it cost me, that kind of shit. Always been upfront about that, always. And for some bitch to come talk out of me out of the side of her face on my second channel, and when I tried to correct her, she got slick in the mouth with me and then called me Becky. Look here, bitch, you need to sit down like the little girl that you are, because I am the wrong fucking one. Because I can guarantee you that bitch won't say shit like that to my face, because she knows she wouldn't get away with it in person. So, if you want to know, I live up by Atlanta here in Georgia. I will be happy to meet you in person if you would love to say that shit to my face. Love to. You and me have a chat in person. If you are woman enough to type it out on a fucking keyboard, I will be woman enough to meet you in person. No weapons, and you say that shit to my face. And see how well that goes for you. And we'll see how fast you sit down. Because I am the wrong fucking one. So, I will let you guys go. Leave your thoughts down below. And like I said, I'll leave screenshots of the various things, like how many videos that I've got that I can upload. The ones that are currently scheduled. Now, of course, you're not going to see the titles of them because that would like spoil the fun. And I will leave the earnings report up as well because, again, I'm a woman of my word. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below. And nasty snide remarks will get feedback from me because, again, I'm the wrong one. Okay, bye.